Hey, I'm showing the NASDAQ here because this is crazy. If you guys have been investing in stocks for any period of time at all, this is just year to date. And we are in the third week of February, and it's down over 17% for the year. I want to read you an article that came out right here, so 1,000 points ago on the NASDAQ. So this article is not current. This is from a month ago, and it is written by a gentleman named Bill Holter. At year end, I was asked for predictions of what 2022 might see. My number one prediction was that 2022 would see several narratives collapse. It did not take long to begin. Yesterday, Boris Johnson ended all COVID protocols in Britain and was followed by the WHO backing off boosters for youngsters. While still trying to discern what prompted Boris Johnson to do a 180, other than trying to retain power, we will wait to see if others follow suit. We'll also wait to see further actuary numbers of deaths from the insurance industry. The raw numbers will be hard to spin. Another area to keep close watch are the financial markets. Bluntly, the stock market is also a narrative. I have said before and will reiterate again, the only thing holding the social fabric together are stock markets still close to all-time highs. I totally believe this. I've stated that that's why they pumped trillions in to up those markets. But they are now seriously wobbling. If markets had not been juiced and goosed to ridiculous levels, I believe we would have already had extensive riots and violence. I believe this too. Having people's 401ks go up hundreds of thousands of dollars is, helped a lot of people not realize how ugly and bad things are getting. Only 401k rosy statements have acted as a slave on our wounded society. It remains to be seen what happens from here, but it is safe to say any Fed or central bank tightening will be met with equities severely puking. At close on Thursday, we've had another downside equity reversal. This is from a month ago. With option expiration coming tomorrow, Friday will be an interesting to watch. A bad OpEx episode could bring Monday and the next week into position to break the back of equities. As for metals, we saw over 100 tons of COMEX gold contracts stand for delivery. I believe an all-time monthly record. 2/3 of the way through January 18th, tons are standing, which is also a record for any full January. Actually, 18 tons was about normal for one of the 4 major delivery months just a few years back. It really does look like... What the heck? Sorry about that. For some reason, the screen blacked out. Guess it doesn't like me reading it out loud. It really does look like a stampede for metals delivery in the making. Silver is even more interesting, and I should say fraudulent. Over the last 8 months alone, COMEX claims to have shipped contracts representing over 800 million ounces to London for delivery. The problem is size. The entire world only produces slightly less than 800 million silver ounces a year. Are we to believe there were really 800 million ounces laying around London to be delivered, especially after 2 full years of ridiculously outsized delivery claims? Below are the EFP amounts over the last 8 months, courtesy of Harvey Organ. Last 8 months, total EFP contracts issued in millions of ounces. May, 138 million. June, 150 million. July, 129 million. August, 140 million. September, 28 million. October, 95 million. November, 132 million. December, 100 million. And speaking out of this magic number of 800 million ounces, this is also the amount that Ted Butler claims the Bank of America is now short. I really cannot wrap my head around the reasoning for any bank to be short any amount of silver, let alone 800 million ounces. Especially since we heard from the CFTC head Rostin Benham back last February, a year ago, they had to tamp down silver. Otherwise, there would have been big problems. Yes, they actually said that on the TV. I saw that when the Silver Crowd, Silver Reddit were trying to push it up. The government agencies that manage those said they had to tamp it down. I mean, why don't they tamp down lumber so that we can build houses for a reasonable price? Yes, they kicked the can down the road about a year. Is this can now filled with close to 1 billion short ounces of silver and too heavy to kick any further? To wrap this up, I believe we are at a serious crossroads here and now. We should get many answers to many different markets and narratives in short order. Unfortunately, if the answers include narratives failing left and right, as I believe, life as we have known it will be drastically altered by horrid realities. Be careful what you wish for, as crumbling equity and real estate pricing, along with higher interest rates and inflation, will make for an exploding misery index. Couple this with precious metals and commodity indexes finally trading at true market clearing pricing, and you have almost a perfect storm. Of course, perfection will only arrive with the full breakdown of supply chains. That should about do it for anyone with their heads in the sands of denial. Standing watch, Bill Holter, Holter Sinclair collaboration. All right, guys. I hope that you have a fantastic rest of your day. Let's keep our eyes open and be prepared.